Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's sports. I'm your host, Reginald Turner, and I'll be here to discuss today the Detroit Lions coach Dan Campbell's, I would say, a fireable offense that he made in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago. I believe when you're a coach of a team, you have 53 players, they've been working all their life to get in football to the Super Bowl, to accomplish all their dreams, that you are a leader among those men. And when you're a leader among those men, you shouldn't be making decisions, personal decisions like, your ego whatsoever. I believe his failure to kick 3 field goals during that game cost the Detroit Lions that game. And I say that because if you remember the game, Detroit dominated that game. The first half, at halftime, the score was 24-7. San Francisco didn't do anything that whole game. So after halftime came out, Frisco got the ball first, and they went down and scored a field goal. They scored a field goal and made the score 24-10. Now, 24-10 with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter of the NFC Championship game. Detroit got the ball. Just like they did in the first half, they marched right down the field, got in field goal range on 4th and 3, and with the coach, Dan Campbell, decided to go for it on 4th down. Now, some people gave him a pass on this because they said, well, that's what he do. He's a gambler. He likes to gamble. Well, he did it all season long. Well, when you did it during the regular season, you still had a game to play the next week. This is the NFC Championship game. You lose this game, there's no game next week. You're going home. So he went for it on 4th and 3, and they didn't make it. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with kicking the field goal to make it 27-10. Because if you got a 27-10 lead in the third quarter, with roughly 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter, that's a hard game to lose. 27-10 with 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter is a hard game to lose. So they didn't kick the field goal. They went for it on 4th. They didn't get it. So now Frisco get the ball. 2 plays later, and this is when I say the football gods interrupted the game. And what I mean by football gods is whenever a coach does make a decision that doesn't really make any sense and it backfires, the football gods comes in and they show him why you shouldn't have done that. If you remember, the play was Purdy drops back, he throws the ball 50 yards down the field to Brandon Ayuk, and the ball bounces off of the Detroit defender and right into the arms of Brandon Ayuk. Now, of course, if the score was 27-10, that would have been an interception. But the football guys decided to they didn't put in the game. And like I say, it clearly was an interception, but it just bounced off his chest, jumped right into the hands of Brandon Ayuk. They got the ball at the 5-yard line. 2 plays later, touchdown pass to Brandon Ayuk, 24-17. Here again comes the football guys. Frisco kicks the ball off to Detroit. Detroit gets the ball at the 20. First play from scrimmage. After dominating this whole game up until the decision to go for it on 4th down last series, they run the ball right up the middle, fumble. 2 plays later, Chris McCaffrey takes the ball into the end zone, 24-24. Are you kidding me? We didn't went from, could have been 27-10, total control of the game. Now, 2 minutes later, the score is tied up at 24 because he didn't want to kick that field goal. Detroit gets the ball back. They go downfield. Nothing happening. Frisco gets the ball, drive downfield, 4th quarter starts. They get in field goal range, 4th down. What do? They trying to win the football game. They don't care about no egos or nothing. They kick the field goal on 4th down. So they up now 27-24. Detroit gets the ball. Goes right back down the field. Gets in field goal range. Now, I'm Dan Campbell. I don't kick field goals. He refused to kick the field goal to tie it up at 27. San Francisco gets the ball back. What did they do? Of course, football guards in play. They run right downfield, score a touchdown. The score is 34-24, San Francisco, fellas. Are you serious? So now we got the last drive, 2 minutes left, And here's the one that really got my attention to Dan Campbell. This is a fireable offense. Now, you know, when you're down 2 scores, you're down a touchdown and field goal, it doesn't matter what order you get the touchdown and field goal. You just got to get 2 of them. A touchdown, then a field goal, or a field goal, then a touchdown. So they got all 3 timeouts. They get in field goal range at the 30. Of course, I'm kicking the field goal at the 30, but let's give him a little break because we know his ego's in the way. So give him a little break. They get first and goal at the 9 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left. You got to kick the field goal. You have to. No, you don't want to kick it. Because you don't want to waste all your time to get a touchdown and then not have no time on the clock to come back and get the field goal. You need 2 scores, dude. So they throw the ball to the tight end. He go out of bounds at the 2. Second goal, incomplete pass. Third and goal, really stupidity. He ran the ball. So he ran the ball. You didn't get in the end zone. So now you have to use the timeout, which means you use that timeout. If whatever you do on 4th down, kick the field goal or get a touchdown, you got to get the onside kick or the game is over because you only have 2 timeouts left. You can't stop the clock anymore. So what he does is he throw the ball on 4th down. He gets the touchdown. So now you got the touchdown. You're still down by 3 with 2 timeouts instead of 3 timeouts. So if you don't get the onside kick, San Francisco just run the clock out. And that's exactly what happened. They didn't get the onside kick. San Francisco got the ball. 2 timeouts for Detroit, but it's meaningless because they're going to run the last 50 seconds out. I believe that's a fireable offense by Dan Campbell. You got to kick the field goal, dude. You can't put your ego in the way of 53 other people that worked all their life to get 1 step from the Super Bowl. And the only thing you got to do is kick the field goal to get there. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this. And please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.